podcast.
Boom.
It's begun.
It has.
The debaucherous FTX frat house, Frankie C.
Debaucherous?
Debaucherous. Great
Okay.
word. The Chrisleys are going to prison, and I couldn't be happier. I am so excited.
I got to tell you, I never heard of these people before this story today.
All right, well, we'll get into it.
Okay.
Jay Leno burned half his face off. Trump going back onto Twitter. We've got this crazy goldfish. We've got
Crazy
poor
goldfish.
Sinbad, Disney. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got to start talking. You ready?
I'm ready.
I got a picture of this guy. He's got like a 400-pound gold. It looks fake, but it's real.
What? Why? Where?
I don't know what the internet
I've
does.
seen goldfish get pretty big, but 400 pounds?
Crazy.
That's not the
Craziness. All right, the FTX house. We got to talk about this because we've been talking about it a little bit. You know, we've been talking about this Sam Freed kid, this nut bar, and everything that he's doing, and the scam that he was running. But more and more people are talking about this crazy Bahama house that they had going on, and now we're starting to get some of the details on it. And you know what's crazy? I mean, we've both been around for a little while. But you wouldn't think at this age you would be hearing about new drugs for the first time. Like these guys were so advanced. They were doing a drug I have never even heard of. And I can tell it's
microchips or something.
Yeah, you know, it's not just me because in like the 6 articles I read about this, they all sort of explain the drug a little bit, which to me is like, I mean, you got to be a special kind of a person to go deep cut on a drug.
I don't understand. There aren't enough to choose from. They got to go making more different things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a weird, kind of thing to be like, we're not doing those drugs. We are going
to do this new drug that no one's ever done before.
Yeah. Deep tracks only,
Yeah. Okay.
So here's what they were doing. They were down in the Bahamas. By the way, did you know there was an Albany in the Bahamas? That kind of makes it feel less cool down there. Fucking Albany.
Albany, Bahamas?
Yeah.
That sounds like there's a lot of libraries there.
Sam Bankman-Fried, 30-year-old kid. We talked about him. We talked about his girlfriend being like a little bit of a weirdo. They pulled all-nighters, worked while high on amphetamines. They had this 6-bedroom, 2-elevator, manicured ground, golf course, condo, place, yachts were pull up there, all this kind of stuff. You know, they treated this whole thing like a frat house, basically. And what was weird is
the Bahamas that there's all these places that everybody has a house there and a golf course, and I didn't think they were that big. That everybody's got a piece of land there.
Yeah, it's nuts. And doesn't the Epstein stuff like this echoes like the Epstein stuff, where it's like you just fly down there and just do whatever the hell you think like Vegas is the place to kind of like let it all go.
Yeah, but at least the Bahamas. I mean, Epstein's Island was its own. Was it part of a country on its own? Or was
U.S. Virgin Islands.
It was a Virgin Island.
Yeah.
So it was under laws. It wasn't like in the middle of nothing.
Yeah, but it's kind of like who's checking?
Ugh.
Who's going down there and checking on stuff?
Gross.
You know, like when I went on my honeymoon, we went to Turks and Caicos, and they take us on this boat ride, and they're like, "That's Bill Cosby's house, and that's Will Smith's house," and they just like it was just one huge house after another, and they're like, "Here's all their houses," and you're like, "Oh, okay."
Well, there they are. So they're all kind of like right next to each other.
Yeah, I just think they don't know what else to do with money. Like when you just get ridiculous amounts of money, you just go, I guess I'll buy the Turks and Caicos house, and
we'll fly down there and spend a few months there. What the hell?
Yeah, we'll get a Bahama house. We'll get a house in southern France. We'll get a house in L.A. in New York. I guess we'll just get houses.
You got to get a house in every weather situation. You got to get a tropical house. You got to get like a cabin in the mountains.
Yeah.
You got to get like one in a desert, I guess. I don't think you need a desert house.
Because I'll tell you what, if I had an endless amount of money, I don't know if I would live here full time. Right. But right now, I can't imagine living anywhere else in the November to January time frame than New York.
Why? I mean, it's very cold.
But it is just the best. Like the leaves change. Like I can't, like the people who live in California, I don't understand how they do Thanksgiving and Christmas. You can't feel.
Like an 80-degree day on
Yeah,
Christmas morning.
yeah.
Uh,
Florida, you got the air conditioner on Christmas. Like it just, I don't. It doesn't work for me. Like you need to be in New
See,
York
that's why
for
you need the
Christmas,
Bahama house and you need the New York house.
right?
So you could do Bahamas, you know, after Christmas. You fly down day after Christmas.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I'll tell you
Pretty
what. You
set.
know what's been tugging at my old heartstrings? Living in Italy, going back to the mother country.
Oh, Italy.
There's just
Every time I see
something.
a show
Yes.
or it's like, holy crap, it's beautiful.
Every time I see a show over there, I go, why don't I live there? I don't understand.
Look at there's a show, The White Lotus on
Yeah, I've heard
HBO.
of it. I haven't watched it yet, but yeah.
The second season, we're like midway through the second season or something. Maybe like 4 episodes in. It takes place in Italy, in Sicily, and it's just beautiful. They're right on the coast and the water, the mountains. It's unreal. And it's just like the history and the building. It's just so beautiful.
I can't. What are we? I don't. What are we doing? I don't understand it.
Here we are on Long Island.
Yeah, Long Island, fucking bagel stores. That's our biggest
We
thing.
do have beautiful bagel stores, though.
Over there, they're like, yeah, we have a little sweet treat for breakfast, some espresso, and we'll work for a couple hours. Then we take off, have six
Yeah,
pounds of pasta, fresh
ride the
seafood.
Vespa around town,
Yeah, go to the market, get all this fresh food, and then we take a nap.
throw some cheese in the basket, ride it
Yeah.
home.
Get
A
up,
little
have some
vino,
espresso. Yeah,
little balsamic vinegar, some olives.
they're
What are
just
we doing here?
they're eating delicious tomato, fresh mozzarella and tomato sandwiches on the street. They're all dressed nice. I would dress so nice if I was living in Italy. I would just have nice shoes on and a fucking jacket, and I'd fucking have a scarf on.
So you're just not trying for us here.
No, I can't try for the Long Island people. This is Long Island Anthony. This is what you got. Fucking t-shirt and jogging shorts.
It's a damn shame.
Over there, I'd be fucking dressing it up to the nines.
You'd be like walking down the street. Someone gives you a basket of oranges. Oh, this is nice oranges.
Mm,
That's my godfather.
that's pretty good.
Thank you.
Don't toy with my emotions, Paul. Is this true? Some Italian village will pay you to move there?
That can't be true.
No, that can't be true.
I mean, why? What's the catch?
I don't know. I don't know.
Over like a volcano or something? I mean, what are we talking about here?
Do you think we feel this way, or I feel this way? I don't want to speak for you. Do you think I feel this way because we're Italian, or is it because it's just gorgeous? Because I feel like
It's gorgeous there, but I talked to my wife. We would talk about traveling and going to different countries, and they're all. I mean, you look at I guess that maybe it's the touristy spots, but they're all beautiful. Ireland, you go.
well, let's not get crazy. I mean, take it.
The mountains and the hills and the little villages and stuff. It's just then you look at Portugal and Spain, and it's
Yeah.
awesome. We went there a couple of years ago. We went to Portugal, and it was just. We went in Lisbon. We walked around Lisbon. It was so beautiful. It was nice. The weather, the people. It was such a cool place. It's like, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
I don't get it. I don't know. Europe to me in general is just like beautiful. Like I feel like I could live
Beautiful.
anywhere over there.
The history alone, the old style buildings and the cobblestone it's just every street you turn down is a painting. It's gorgeous. It's like you're walking through a painting. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. It feels like
are
we
you
need a
doing?
shake up though.
We could do this if you moved to Italy. We'd do this over the.
Be great.
I mean, it'd be a little bit of a time difference, but we can get it done.
We could even keep this. We would just change the time. It would be the same for everybody right now.
It'd be 10 a.m. in the.
Yeah.
Our podcast would just air at 10 a.m. That's fine.
Yeah, you'd be watching me have a fucking scone and a goddamn espresso.
Little biscotte.
Just go to the town square, have a glass of wine and some cheese, and argue with the locals about whatever politics,
Pigeons?
soccer.
Pigeons? I feel like
We'd have to watch soccer.
Do we? All right.
I think so.
I'm good.
I think you
I
can
can't. I can't get involved in
the whole
soccer.
thing's to
It just
watch.
doesn't do it for me.
Anyway, so they would. All right, so they were in this nice condo complex where everybody would just have like sports coats and shit, and these fucking animals would walk around in sweats and They were in a Italy style place walking around like Long Island Anthony. just embarrassing the shit out of
That's terrible.
themselves. Yeah,
Nobody should be walking around like Long Island Anthony.
I know. It's a horrible thing. You know what kills me about all of this? I don't know why I find this funny because I do. I'm not a bigot, Frank. I don't have hatred towards anybody
True.
except for vegetarians. I have a big problem with vegetarians.
Why is that? Why is that?
I don't know. I just think they're all full of shit. I just feel
What do you
like
mean full of shit? Like they don't want to. I mean, everybody has their reasons. People are vegetarians for. I feel like there's. I don't know. I'm sure there's more than two reasons, but the two reasons I could think of, or they don't want to hurt animals, or it's a health thing.
right.
Maybe there's more reasons, but
I just feel like every vegetarian I know is not a long term. Like you just can't do it long term. You just need a burger. We just need burgers.
well, my cousin is a vegan. She's been a vegan for at least 10 years, maybe more.
Okay. Nobody cracks 20. I'm telling you right now, nobody makes 20.
Okay, 20's the mark.
20 is the mark, and they all go, eh. If you can put years behind your veganism, good for you. Because I feel like most people will go a few months and then they're like, fuck it, I can't do it. You know?
Someone starts cooking bacon, you're like, holy shit.
How could you turn it down? Bacon, steaks, chicken nuggets. Like, I mean,
Man.
really went down the fucking.
I feel like chicken nuggets can. It's not real meat.
You got to pass for chicken nuggets.
That's like chopped up shoes.
Yeah.
Fine.
Anyway, I just find it funny that they were doing all this crazy stuff, drugs, fucking swapping sex partners, but they were vegan. Like I just love that. There's something about that that's just like
there's something that doesn't line up right there.
Yeah, we could do drugs. We can all fuck each other, but that meat.
But I'll be damned if I have a glass of milk or cheese. Son of a bitch.
Yeah. So, according to a tweet that they found from Bankman-Fried himself, stimulants when you wake up, sleeping pills if you need them when you sleep is what he tweeted while down in the Bahamas. That was the formula for the FTX success, according to a tweet from Sam Bankman-Fried. Allegedly on what?
That's not terrible, right? Stimulants could mean anything.
Not these stimulants.
Yeah.
All right. So this is what it was. They supposedly were taking a drug called EMSAM, EMSAM, in patch form. It's a methamphetamine derivative used on label to treat symptoms of Parkinson's disease and is known to increase energy. Because of this, they say Bankman-Fried was possibly suffering side effects of EMSAM, which include compulsive gambling.
Wait, stop. Is that a joke?
No, yeah. No, they say that about some of the
A side effect of this drug is compulsive gambling?
Yeah, some drugs have compulsive gambling as a side effect.
That seems weird to me.
It's true.
I mean, I don't that compulsive gambling.
Yeah.
How is that a side effect? All right. Take
Yeah.
a word on that.
I don't know. I think it just
it
enhances, like, the feeling you get when you gamble. It's like you're on a high.
Sure. All right. So it increases that. Doesn't mean you're going to go out and gamble, does it? I mean, you could do gambling, what, like with your money or with your life, or what are you gambling?
Well, like in essence, he was gambling. He wasn't gambling on horses, but he was gambling on these bitcoins and cryptocurrencies and shit.
Yeah, but that was his business, I guess.
Yeah.
That's a weird side effect I never heard of.
The girlfriend who knew nothing about trading and lost billions of dollars in risky, crazy trades. She was a huge Harry Potter fan.
Okay.
So she scoffed at people who didn't take drugs. Going back to a tweet from a year and a half ago, she tweeted, "Nothing like regular amphetamine use to make you appreciate how dumb a lot of normal, non-medicated experience is."
2 questions. Why would you tweet that you're taking amphetamines? Number 1. Number 2, what does that have to do with Harry Potter?
I don't know. I thought it had something to do with, I don't know. I'm not a Harry Potter guy.
I didn't hear anything in that sentence that had anything to do with Harry Potter.
Because her attitude, I thought it had something to do with it. Because her attitude of like, her kind of be like, well, there's nothing like regular amphetamine used to make you appreciate how dumb a lot of normal non-medicated experiences. Isn't that a thing of like Harry Potter? Like they were going to that school and like using magic and
No.
shit. Okay, all right then. I don't know. I thought it
Going to
had.
that school and using magic doesn't mean they were on drugs. What the hell are you talking about?
No, but like how they were using magic is kind of like equating that to the drug use. And if you're not going to use magic or not going to use the drugs, it's dumb. That's what I thought it was. All right, shut up. I don't know.
That's a big leap you're making there. I don't
You all
know.
can tell I don't watch Harry Potter. All right.
It's literally kids in school learning magic. That's the extent of it, I think.
Yeah. Somebody in high society Miami recalled the FTX group's attendance at a crypto conference in Miami, saying, "quote They were staying up all night, snorting Adderall, smelling like they hadn't showered in a week." Ugh, is there anything worse than people that just got bad BO?
At a convention, no less.
Ugh,
Just stinking up the whole place.
awful.
You ever go to Comic Con? It's actually I went there a couple times. I didn't know. There's that stigma of nobody showers, everybody stinks there. It didn't smell.
Can I tell you
Unless
something?
to
I've
me,
never heard that.
yeah, you never heard that? That
No.
it just that they don't, it stinks and there's a lot of BO and stuff. That's what because I guess everybody's in costumes and stuff and sweaty.
Mm.
But I walked around and it was packed. Wall to wall. This was gotta be 6-7 years ago, and there wasn't no bad odor that I noticed, unless it was coming from me. But it was fine.
You ever do that where you go, wait a second, do I? There's
What
like a
stinks around here.
there's like no, but there's like a phantom odor where it'll just for a split second you're like, what the fuck? And then you gotta kind of like smell around, and then you don't smell it again. You ever have that happen to you? I've had that happen.
It's just a weird odor that just happens on by.
Just wafts by, and you're like, the fuck? And you're like, oh, did I, what am I fucking smelling here?
It could have originated 5 houses down and just made its way in front of
Yeah.
your face.
Maybe.
Like, oh, holy shit.
This person said that they were staying up all crazy hours down in the Bahamas. Blah 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 blah. This is not interesting. I don't know why I wrote that down.
So what's the result of all this? I mean, is this like they're admitting to drug use, and I mean, is there anything happening to these people now?
Wait, they admitted, or I don't know if they admitted. Hold on, they whatchamacallit? They had an active polyamorous culture. Now we thought they had all like just dated each other, oddly, but it was actively polyamorous among the 10 roommates who lived down there. All 10 were paired up or used to be paired up in romantic relationships with each other.
Okay.
Ellison, the girlfriend, had specific ideas on how free love should work. She reportedly wrote in a Tumblr entry, "When I first started my foray into poly, I thought of it as a radical break from my trad past." I don't know.
Traditional.
Oh, I thought that was a Harry Potter thing.
It probably is.
But TBH, I've come to be honest, I've come to decide.
Man, who's old here now? Come on.
Not down with the cool lingo. Is that a TBH? Is that a fucking Harry Potter thing?
That's not.
Okay. I've come to decide the only acceptable style of poly is best characterized as something like Imperial Chinese harem. What does that mean?
I guess that seems weird. That seems like one guy and many women. But if that's the case, I don't know. But
none of this.
That's harem is the only thing I'm going off of. I don't know about Chinese ancient. What was it?
Imperial Chinese harem.
Imperial China. I don't know anything about that. But harem suggests to me that there's one guy and many women. But I don't know.
I don't know if that has like. There's an Imperial Chinese garden by me. Fucking killer egg rolls. I don't know if that is what she was going for, but
I don't know if that's related. But hey,
well, we'll keep it on the list. Let's keep it up on the board and see if
put it on the board. Put it on the board.
Connect those dots again.
Okay.
None of this non-hierarchical bullshit. Everyone should have a ranking of their partners. People should know where they fall on the ranking, and there should be vicious power struggles for higher ranks.
So, constant infighting within the orgy. I
guess so.
I mean, hey, listen, you want to be polyamorous, you want to have a bunch of, wildness and sex, crazy, with all different partners. As long as everybody's on board, go for it. Do your thing. But
But
I don't
that's
know. The power struggle
no
thing's kind of not fun. It
that's
doesn't sound
no
fun.
way to survive in a lifestyle. I feel like you're not like drug fueled orgies, just not going to
No,
be
the
a long
drug fueled
term.
part is probably. I'm not an orgy guy. I gotta get crazy lighting, thick shag carpeting, different kinds of lotions and candles. No, hey, listen, if that's what gets them going, great. The drug fuel part, not so great. But if they're just, if they're enjoying each other and having a good time, whatever. But the hierarchy stuff sounds weird. Like everybody's struggling for. I feel like that's just going to lead to a lot of fighting and not fun times.
I can't tell if she's saying they shouldn't have that. Is that a problem in polyamorous relationships? I don't really know.
Oh.
I'll tell you what, it's not a problem over at the Imperial Chinese Garden. There's no fucking. You get whatever you want over there.
There's plenty of room. Everybody there's barely a line. You just walk right up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Delicious.
that's good.
Every bit of it.
I'm starving.
This also came in too, and kudos to Paul. Paul's awesome on Twitter. That he also, like, we found out after last time we talked about this, we talked about how much he donated to the Democrats. Turns out he did donate to the Republicans. He donated $40 million to the Democrats. He donated $265,000 to the Republicans.
This guy doesn't know which side he wants to. A little for you, whatever.
Yeah, I read that and I was like, I'm pretty sure that was a drug fueled accident. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Oh, that guy's a Republican? Shit. You can't take it back now.
He said it to Representative Smith and didn't realize there's 6 of them, and 2 of them
Hey.
happen to be Republican, and 4. He's like, oh fuck.
See, drugs make you spend what was it, $200,000?
$260,000.
It'll make you blow through it on the wrong thing, and you're screwed.
Fucking unbelievable though. We put out a highlight of the Tom Brady thing that we were talking about. I'll tell you what the funniest line of that is, and I hope if anybody saw it on TikTok or Instagram stories. Make sure you guys are following the show. There are links at anthonyonair.com. The funniest thing, I talked for 85% of that highlight clip, and I thought you had the funniest line when you go, first of all, Tom, they don't have pants for Tom Brady at the stadium.
Bring your own pants, Tom.
And then you go,
enough of your shit.
There you go. Maybe I don't know how it works. I don't know.
Maybe I don't know what's going on over there at the stadium. You figure he'd have a locker, right?
Yeah.
And he'd have stuff hanging in that locker, presumably.
Of course. Fucking ridiculous.
Nope. He empties out his locker every night, goes home, washes all his own clothes. That's it. I don't get it.
Unbelievable.
No, I got to stop it. What was it? Dick's Sporting Goods or something?
Dick's Sporting
I got to stop at Dick's and pick up some pants.
It was funny though when I was telling the story. I go, he called J.C. Penney, or maybe it was Lord and Taylor. Turned out it was Nordstrom. I was fucking wrong.
Oh, whatever.
I could have been more wrong.
Matter.
All the same shit, I guess. But the more I read stuff like this, I just go, how the fuck did all these people just give this guy a shit ton of money? Like this really was. This is just a huge period. I mean, when
talking about Brady?
No, I'm talking because Brady gave him. They all gave this kid money.
The guy.
This guy.
How did they give Brady money?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
We know how Brady got money.
Giving Brady money makes sense.
I don't know. It was some kind of crazy stock. He had gajillions backing it up somehow. I mean, how did he start it out? That's the thing. Did he have an idea for it? And then somehow he had to raise enough money to get people to think that he had enough money to be crazy,
That's what it was.
How do you get to that?
You win a little in the beginning, and then you just start convincing gullible people. That's what we forget. Just because these people are big and famous and have wealthy, it doesn't mean that they're not fucking gullible.
Falling for stuff. Yeah, and they get recommended by this guy. Oh, he's a friend of yours. You knows him. Oh, that sounds great. Yeah, sign me up. You don't know. Sometimes someone screws you. You sign the wrong thing. You get involved in the wrong thing. You don't know what they're signing you up for. And plus, this guy, again, what was that show? Anna something. The woman who fooled all these people thinking she had millions and they were investing, in her stuff. She went to jail. That whole thing. It's like that. She just
Same thing.
fake it till you make it, kind of thing.
But what's weird is, and thanks, Miss Justice, for putting the Twitter thing on there for everybody. I also feel like we should put Paul's Twitter on the screen too. You wanna put that
Paul's
up?
big producer for the show.
Yeah, I'll put that on the screen too. Paul's got good Twitter. A lot of people, Bird. There's a lot of people that are
Yeah,
good
you
on Twitter.
guys, big supporters. You know, being members, you guys add a lot to the show. We take your, the stuff that you suggest for us. We take it seriously.
Her though, I get because it's. I feel like it's easier to be more underground. Like, I feel
Her
like
who?
that Anna girl, because like
Yeah.
scammers in New York, I feel like that's hard but easy. This kid was like on a global level, just fucking pulling the wool over people's eyes, you know.
But he was able to get all that money. He had what, billions?
Oh, billions. And Paige is right. This is the next point that I was going to make. His whole thing was I think why people believed in him is because they believed he had what it took to get crypto regulated in the United States. Like, I think he was giving so much money to these campaigns, and he was, which is, by the way, typical of most of our laws, he was writing the laws. Like when somebody passes a law, a lot of times it ain't the senator who should have been writing it, who wrote it. It's the lobby or whatever, and they just do all the work for them, and then they give it to the politician, the senator, the House rep, and they just slap their name on it. So this kid was writing laws and trying to move the needle to get crypto to be an accepted form of
lobbying should be gone. I don't see any benefit. There's really no upside to lobbying unless, obviously if the right thing lobbies for good change, but when does that happen? I mean,
yeah,
either something's good and the politicians should be doing it anyway, or they're lobbying for bad shit. And it's like, like pollution and guns and all this shit. It's like,
but this wasn't even lobbies. This was like connections, because the girl, her parents were connected. They were economic professors in LA, and and then they knew so and so, and they all kind of fucking know each other. And so when the time came, like his political hookup came pretty fast because of this girl and her parents and all the.
So what's happening with them now? Are they like under scrutiny? What's their status right now?
Yeah, well, that CEO came in and he's trying to fix it, because everybody's like, I want my money back, or I need to sell what I have. By the way, not only did he tank his own exchange, he tanked all the other exchanges. Like, the value of crypto across the board took a dive a couple of weeks ago because of all this, because people went to go take their money out, and then they realized, oh, it's not there, because he was taking their deposits and he was buying other shit with it. So,
and that's, I mean, how is he still? How is he not brought in for? Hey, you fucked everybody.
I mean,
How's
that
not
takes
Bernie Madoff right now.
Even as obvious as this is, even if you said, "Hey, I fucked everybody," you'd probably still walk around free for 3 or 4 months before they got everything together to be able to come and arrest you. And that's if you had openly said, "I stole, I was a fraud, I scammed everybody." I think it would still be 3 months before they could come.
Because that's what this is, right? Are we beating around the bush? This was a scam.
Massive scam.
Massive scam. There was no legitimacy to this crypto anything, was there?
Let me say this. He might have had good intentions under everything, which I doubt. But it's still, you can't run a company this irresponsibly and act like everything was going to be okay. Which, when you look at this aloof nerd hole, you probably think he would probably say some shit like, well, we probably could have figured it all out. We would have had it all worked out in the end. But, that's the problem with a lot of these people. Like, they buy into their own bullshit. Do you remember that? Do you remember that guy in the 90s who tried to buy the Islanders? Do you remember the Spano story? Let me give you the quick end of it. There's this guy down at, he was a Texas guy. The Islanders were for sale. They were desperate to sell this team. It was the 90s. The NHL was just coming into their own. They weren't background checking the way they should have. they thought this guy had money because he would fly in on a private. He was like worth $1.5 million, worth nowhere near the amount of money you need to be worth to fucking buy a hockey team, right? And so he knew of one of the famous Dallas Stars quarterbacks. So they thought this guy had money just because of the people he knew, and he had a private jet. He'd show up in a fucking limo.
Cowboy.
Yeah, all this stuff. So he fudged some documents and this and that, and he got a bank to give him a loan for like $75 million or something crazy.
Jeez.
Because they just thought, like, okay, if you're gonna go buy the hockey team, you own a equipment leasing company, you must be fine. And so they just were like, here, we'll certainly sign up. They knew they weren't gonna lose money on an NHL team because the value kept going up. So then he took the $75 million that he had from the bank, and then he tried to borrow against that. And he almost did it. And so the guy ended up going to jail for fraud because when he said he would pay the former owner for the team, he was supposed to pay $10 million this day. One time he was supposed to pay $15 million. He sent him a check for $15,000 and said it was just a clerical error. He would send a new one. He did all this bullshit stuff. But they interviewed him years later, just a few years ago, for this ESPN 30 for 30 documentary. And he said in the thing, he goes, honestly, I was so close to pulling it off. He's like, I thought I was going to pull it off. He's like, it's only fraud because I came up short. He goes, but if I would have just gotten this or that here and there, he's like, I would have owned the team. He's like,
and if he did own the team, I mean, he could just you pay it off. Wouldn't the deal have been pay it off as you make the money on the team? When are you supposed to pay it off?
Well, if that was the agreement, but the agreement was that he was going to pay X amount, up front. And they actually gave him control of the team. So this was a big embarrassment for the NHL because he took over control of the team. And then he started spending money up against the team. So he would buy limos, he would buy hotel rooms, hookers, all this stuff, and charge it back to the team. And the team had to pay for it. But there was no money. Like he didn't have the money to fund it. He was just borrowing against the team constantly. So he went to jail for that too.
So now if he would have, I don't know, if he would have lived below his means and just paid back when he got money in from owning the team, wouldn't that have, I don't know.
He might have gotten away with it. Yeah. Because he went, what was crazy was he went to the cable networks and he sold the TV rights to the Islanders. So he got $75 million from this bank. He got like $25 million from the TV rights. He was like $15 million short of like making it happen. And he was going to put it together another deal with the guy who owned the Garden City Hotel at the time. And he almost got it. He almost had the money. So if that would have been the case, he would have had the team free and clear. He would have had it. So a lot of these people, they think they're like wheelers and dealers. And I think in their minds, they think they're doing something good. Like they're going to make it happen eventually.
Yeah. Fraud. I don't understand. You don't have the money. I mean, yeah, like if you're opening a business and you have to borrow money, I get that. But if you're trying to buy a gajillion dollar team and you don't have $50 in your bank, that's going to be a problem. I don't know what you're trying to do, but
what's crazy is Derek Jeter and all these other people who are multi-millionaires. They don't use their own money to buy these fucking teams. They put together investors and they just finance it. They just put it all together. They don't put a lot of their own money in.
So they don't put their own money in. They get investors. How do they make money?
They pay them back.
And then whatever's left over is theirs.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Kind of the way it is.
They got it figured out. We don't.
They got it. Jumpstart Coffee, Frank. They're another group of people who literally really have it figured out, though.
They know what they're doing over there.
They do. 50% of their profits go over to the Navy SEAL Foundation, which is extraordinary. So helps those who help us to our lovely freedoms that we enjoy so much here.
Good stuff.
Plus, it's delicious coffee.
Can't get better than that. Delicious coffee. You get a great product. You help the podcast. You help the Navy SEAL Foundation. And you help keep a great business going.
Beautiful thing.
It's a win-win-win-win.
Order now with the link in the description below. Use that promo code AOA15 to save 15%. Subscribe and save, like Frank always likes to point out.
That's a beautiful thing. You just keep sending it to you. You don't have to think about coffee. Well, we out of coffee. Where's the coffee? You just, boom. You get
Now
it delivered every month.
You got coffee for the house.
Coffee right for the house. Yeah. For the house. Pass it around.
Everybody get a little coffee for the house. Confession time. I
Oh, boy.
purchased my first, I don't even know if it's a liter or whatever it is, of eggnog, because it is time to start putting eggnog into that Jumpstart coffee.
Oh,
Makes a
boy.
nice little holiday treat.
Little nog, huh? All right.
Mhm.
Now, do you spice up that nog with a little? I don't know what you put in it to make it alcoholic, but
Oh, if I'm just having the eggnog, yeah. But if I'm putting it in the coffee,
then
no.
it's straight eggnog and coffee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
straight
I
eggnog and coffee.
don't know if I've ever done that eggnog with coffee.
Oh, are you for real? It's delightful.
Okay. What the hell is
Delightful.
eggnog?
Hmm?
What the hell is eggnog?
Nobody knows.
Oh, all right.
But they're the ones nogging the egg.
Nogging the egg? What?
I don't know if this is Janine. I don't know. Who is this?
Doesn't look like Janine.
Don't lick my foot.
No, that might be Janine's kids.
Who is
I
this?
hope so.
That's Anthony.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't lick my foot.
Don't break my foot, she said.
No.
Ah, yes. Isolate that sound. That is a great sound. That is a great clip.
Oh my
Say Trump
God.
2024. No.
Janine's own daughter is a lib. Can you believe it?
This is love it. Way to go,
Shocking
kid.
revelation.
That is a
Next thing-
smart kid right there.
Next thing we're going to find out is Frank's dog is a Republican.
Oh, that
Never.
dog's definitely a Republican. Hate to tell
Not
you.
in this house. No way.
What's going on, J Sabs? Are you coming on? You need a second, or are you just dropping in a little hammered, taking care of your kids like a?
I hope you know I'm not even home.
Where are you?
So you're out drinking with your kids.
Well, let's see. But let me see. Let me see what I can do here. I'm in a hotel room.
Oh my goodness.
Hotel room.
What are you doing in a hotel room?
Ow!
Just
See what I
bite your
mean?
finger.
See what I mean?
Why are you in a hotel? Where are you guys?
We went to oh god. We went to indoor water park. Oh, here we go. Now they're gonna start fighting. Yay!
Why did you do that? You just feel like getting some diseases?
Right. I was hoping to get COVID to bring it to Friendsgiving, like Frank's birthday party.
You
Don't
didn't
worry.
bring COVID
If I
to the
get it
birthday
today, I'll
party.
be good for Friday.
Don't worry,
Very
I'm
good.
gonna
Can't
bring COVID to the Friendsgiving, so we're good there.
Yeah, exactly. I figured, you guys got it within a month of each other, so let me get it.
So what are you in, like fucking Pennsylvania or some shit?
Yep. I don't know how anyone lives here. No,
Jeez. You just shit on a whole state.
I'm kidding. No, it's not too far. It's about 2.5 hours. Oh, you want to say something? Hold on.
Oh boy.
Hi, girls. What's going on?
Oh,
How is the
okay.
water park?
You like the water park? Oh God, no. Oh God. Hold on, because Mommy has no bra on, so hold on a minute.
You really jumped on this show prepared, huh?
Yeah.
Nothing at all. I just wanted to see what the topics were tonight, which I'm sure. I mean, if it's Trump, oh wow, yay!
Yeah. One
Ow!
of the topics.
Ow! Hold on.
Aurelia, let go.
This kid, I swear to God, she just pulled out a chunk of my hair. I'm
What is
done.
it? What do they call child abuse when it goes the other way? When it's the child who's
Parent
the
abuse?
abuser?
Oh
Like
yeah, I
parent
know.
abuse?
Yeah, she does
Elder
it.
abuse?
Yep, absolutely,
I guess this is
absolutely.
technically elder abuse.
Are you? I probably should just text you this, but are you doing a show on Wednesday? Because I'm definitely not going to make it.
No, I think maybe tomorrow, but I don't know. We have to see.
Okay, all right, we'll see. We'll figure
When are you
it
coming
out.
back from Pennsylvania?
Friday.
Holy shit.
Friday?
No, I'm kidding. I
Say
don't.
Thanksgiving.
I don't know.
You're going to be
I
home
don't
for
know when.
Thanksgiving, I'm sure.
I'm not sure when. I have to see.
All right.
It depends. If you do the show tomorrow, I'm coming back Wednesday. But if you do the show Wednesday, I'm coming back Thursday.
Okay, so this is the last time everybody's gonna hear from Janine for the week. Might as well say happy Thanksgiving to
We'll
everybody.
see you next week.
Yeah. Oh, there you are.
She is.
Oh, would you get dressed up for the water park? You look like you're wearing makeup.
I always wear makeup. What do you think I am? Some kind of
No bra though.
No
Makeup
bra.
but no bra.
Oh, just like how
God, so
my
what do
OnlyFans likes it.
What are you doing now for the rest of the night? You're just in a hotel room with your family? That sounds terrible.
Ugh.
Did you fill the ice bucket?
Well, it depends on
I don't know
what
if that's
you
a
mean by
euphemism.
fill with what. By the way,
I don't
Gaetano,
know.
roommate watched about 5 minutes of your show the other night because it came up on YouTube, and he said, "Oh, Seinfeld reference," and I'm like, "Oh."
Was that a good Seinfeld reference, or did he not like that?
No, he liked it.
Oh, good.
Thank you, algorithm. Way to go.
Right,
All
exactly.
So we got him for 5 minutes. Did he give a thumbs up or no?
I mean, I don't know if he does that.
He didn't even like and subscribe? What a son of a bitch.
I know, right?
Jeez.
I was going to compliment his feet just a few minutes ago.
I know.
Do it smell good?
This one's putting on lip gloss. Where you going, girl?
Oh my God. The Janine's dog. I mean, when they're 16, this is going to be so interesting.
Oh,
We-
definitely. I thought
we're
so.
gonna
We
have
gotta keep them locked in a tower.
We're going to have so much entertainment. You know what I think about often? This is a horrible thing to say. But in our group, there's 2 boys and I think 47 girls.
That's true.
Yeah. So who first?
Yeah, who's plowing who? Like how much?
I know.
Oh God.
How much are these 2 kids gonna run through this fucking group?
It's messed
I
up,
know.
man. You guys are messed up.
I think they're gonna lay a lot of pipe. Like, let's be honest. Our other friend, he sent a photo of his son with glasses, giving the hey. I was like, holy shit, this kid's gonna kill at least 4 or 5 girls in our group.
He's gonna murder some.
And I'm gonna be honest, maybe even Frank's nieces, who are like 10 years ahead of the rest of the pack. That's how.
Right? You never know.
You never know.
You guys are messed
You never
up.
know.
If
These
our
are your
friend's
kids,
kid is
for the love
anything
of
like
God.
his uncle, a fucking a little older girl, not gonna hurt anybody.
These are your kids, for God's sake. You guys are
Well,
messed
I always
up.
say, the youngest one, which is mine of the group. Yeah, you smell great. The youngest one, the youngest one in the group that's mine, and she's definitely going to be the one arrested first.
Oh,
Arrested first.
I mean, 1,000%.
For
So
what?
Sam.
prostitution. She's probably going to try to get our ticket the way I did, and it didn't work well in my favor.
You didn't get
Jacob,
arrested though.
Brian wants you to know he's not wearing a bra either, so maybe this is a thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Look, now they're fighting about lipstick.
Did you? I forget because we had COVID. Did you update everybody on your ticket or no?
I didn't, but
you did a little bit when you did the thing by yourself.
Yeah, did it turn out to be real?
it's a real. Well, that is okay. So it was kind of weird. I went in there. I did take my kids with me, and they cried because they want to go through the X-ray machine, which is pretty funny. And then this woman, they're like, go down behind this hole. So I'm like, okay. So I go, and there's a woman sitting at a desk, and she said, "How can I help you?" I said, I got a ticket. I didn't get anything online. I couldn't check it. Without me even finishing the story, she hands me a paper that says, "I tried to come to court this date, and the computers were down." So she said, "I'll get a letter in the mail in January."
A letter
So
for
it's-
what? Like a new date, or is
They're
it,
kicking
or
the
is it
bug.
thrown
They're
out?
kicking the can down the road because they can't do anything because of the way they're.
Well, it's
I'd be
because
like, well, you're gonna throw the ticket out, right? Because I came here. I'm here. I did my part.
it's cyber attack. So that whole system is down, and they cannot bring it back up. But they also didn't ask for any type of money. So that means the people who hacked into it
So
will.
first
Go ahead.
the officer's system was down. He had to hand write you a ticket.
Right.
Yeah, right. No, remember the county got the ransomware and nobody's asked for
Oh,
money. Remember?
That's still going on.
It's still going on.
Jeez.
They
What a
still
cool
don't know how
system
to
we
fix
have.
it. Yeah.
Yep. So, all right. Well, someone's getting killed, so I
Go ahead.
Go.
Go deal with it.
Enjoy the rest of Pennsylvania in your fucking hotel. What were you in, a Hampton Inn? Well, it looked like a fucking Radisson.
This is actual Camelback Resort, and that's actually really nice.
Oh shit.
Nice part. Wait, I'm gonna show you the nice part right here.
Cool.
There's bunk beds.
Bunk
There's
beds.
bunk
Look at
beds.
Whoa.
Look at that.
And how many people are staying with you at the moment?
So I'm gonna
46?
sleep on one. I'm gonna sleep on one, and my husband's gonna sleep on another one.
Someone's getting killed back there.
Yep. All right, let me go.
All right. Enjoy yourself.
Have
Bye.
fun.
Thanks for checking in.
J Sabs, everyone.
You know what I was just thinking? We should do members only on Friday. We'll all be together.
Yeah, we could do that.
What's
Three of
that?
us will be together. We could do that.
Yeah.
I'm in. We're there.
All right, members
hell
only on
not?
Friday.
Members only. The only way to see it, become a member. Join down below. 3 options to join. Check them out.
There you go. Let me see. Hold on. I always like what Paige has to say. My son was sweet with girlfriends until his senior year of college. Newly single, he's just a typical guy now. Swiping Tinder. My fault for asking what the tally was in the kitchen with his roommate.
Oh no.
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
Tinder,
No, but
that's got to be a dangerous thing, huh?
Here's the thing, Frank. You don't have any children, so you don't have to worry about this. But to a degree, you do, because I feel like at some point, somebody in our group is going to date somebody else, and it's going to cause a problem.
I don't have to worry about that.
But I mean, there's going to be, it's going to be drama that you're going to be involved with.
I'll be, that gif of eating popcorn with the. I'll be doing that. That doesn't concern me. I'll be, I'll feel for whoever's heart gets broken, but I don't, other than that,
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, what are you gonna do?
You know what? I didn't have a chance to get into this with Jay Sabs, but perhaps I'll do it on Friday during the members only show. But her and her sister-in-law or brother, I'm assuming sister-in-law because brother, useless, booked birthday parties for their children on Saturday. And they booked them 4 hours apart.
That's
So it's not weird. It's called being an asshole. I'm not
Whose
sure.
birthdays are these?
One of Janine's shitty kids,
Right.
and then one of her shitty nieces.
Okay.
They've decided to have a birthday on the same day and book them 4 hours apart. And
Why
then,
don't they just combine them and have one birthday party with the 2 of them?
thank you. Then they invite all the same shitty kids. So now we have to spend the whole fucking day
You know what I'm doing
together.
Saturday? Not that. Something else.
I mean, what kind of people are these? And they're probably worried about like their own children's happiness and not so much what the rest of us have to deal with, which is where I think the problem is. That's where
You have to go to both of them now. It's an 8-hour day.
Well, I'm trying to get out of it. I'm trying to negotiate.
COVID.
No,
Maybe,
it's not.
Maybe, Friday, everybody will get hit with COVID and you won't have to do anything.
That would be great. No, it's not that, but I think my wife is either going to go to one and I'll go to the other, or she might have something else to do, which I can't really say, so that she'll just do all of it, which would be amazing if that were the case. Then I wouldn't have to do anything.
What are you gonna do? Nothing.
Nothing.
If you have nothing to do, then you're getting dragged into all of it.
Well, it wouldn't be nothing because I would be here setting up either the lights outside, the lights in the house. We're trying to get a
All right.
tree.
So that's what I'm doing Saturday. I go to my mom's, help her decorate, and that's our Saturday tradition. It's always the Saturday after Thanksgiving. We do that.
Mm.
So that's our thing. And then we come home, we do our house. That's this weekend. but I'm not going to any kids' birthday parties.
Wait, you put up your mom's tree?
Yeah, we help. We do the tree. We do the rest of the house for my mom. Me and my brother, we go there. The wives.
Some
we have
fucking
dinner.
scam that woman's running on you. You still doing shit for her? It's unbelievable.
It's my mom. You gotta do stuff for your mom.
It's so true, Ann. I used to just worry about my daughter. Now I worry about my friends' daughters to stay away from my son. That's what you gotta. I mean, it's weird though. Like again, my son's 7 and my daughter's 5. But I start thinking about this stuff now. Like, like who's because you get into that 13, 14, and 15, and little dating starts happening, and you're like, I don't, and then sometimes then 17, 18. That's when the real trouble fucking
'Cause
starts.
then all of a sudden they're driving. Then
Yeah.
that's
Who's
good
gonna hook
position.
up with who?
I don't think you think the group. I don't think the group will stay. Like, you think that'll be an issue? It'll be
Hopefully, we're
because
not talking to each other by then.
They see. That's what I'm saying. I don't think we'll know.
But I
each
mean,
other
what are
by
the
then.
odds? I mean, and I'd love to hear this from people too, if they've had experience of this. We've all been friends for 25, 30 years, whatever. Some of us, whatever the fuck it is. And then, you know, we've just been together. And now a lot of us have children and we're still getting together far more often than I thought we would. I thought it would have really fallen. I mean, it's fallen
Well,
off
there's
a
like
little
100
bit.
kids, and there's a birthday every 2 weeks.
That's the problem, especially in the summertime. Fucking July, forget it. We see each other all, like every fucking weekend in July.
Yeah.
There's another birthday every 5 minutes. But I don't know. I mean, what are the odds that it won't happen?
Right. I don't know. I mean, if they, once they start dating, I'm sure they'll date people either people in their class or people around.
You never
them.
dated like a friend of the family or like hooked up with like a friend of the family?
Not really. It's always you meet through people. It just doesn't I don't think it works that way that
Or
much.
or even
Maybe it
worse,
does. I don't know.
you wind up hooking up your friend of the family with somebody you know? I don't even know.
I don't think that's ever. I'm sure it happens. I'm sure it does, but I
Like
don't
right
know.
now,
Maybe.
I look at some of the kids that my son like pals around with, and I see the way my daughter looks at them, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta like this is not.
You gotta reel that in.
Yeah, yeah. Because it's weird. You want your son, if your son's banging your daughter's friends, fine. You don't want that going in the other direction. That's rough when it goes in the other direction. When your daughter's banging all your son's friends, that's the
That's
whole.
weird.
Yeah,
It's weird both ways.
yeah.
I mean, when they're 25, then they could do whatever they want.
Fucking when they're, I mean, I just want them to get away from me. I just need 5 minutes of myself. Fucking shit.
This is your time away from them. This thing.
This is it. Yeah, this is it.
Enjoy it, buddy.
I'm trying. All right, here's something I enjoy, Frank. Honest to goodness, the Chrisleys are going to jail, and I couldn't be happy.
Who the hell are the Chrisleys?
I know. I wouldn't know who the Chrisleys were, I don't think, if it wasn't for Modern Family. Because I just love to watch those Modern Family repeats on the USA Network.
Okay. Oh, they have a lot of commercials. Or something?
Yeah, and their reality show, what was it called? Getting to Know the Chrisleys or some bullshit. I don't know, some fucking thing.
What's their deal? Is it like house flippers or something? What are they doing?
I never knew. That was the thing. I never knew. Okay. I never knew what they did. You would just get this guy, Todd Chrisley, which is already like Todd. And you've already got a mark against you. And he was this annoying Southern, just fucking uptight prick fucking guy. Like you ever just see like a Kathy Griffin, you just see somebody and you go, I just don't like that person. And I'm just never going to like
I've had
them.
zero interaction with you, but already
Yeah.
this isn't gonna be a good fit.
And then he was very effeminate, and you're looking at him like he's got this beautiful, kind of little chubby wife. She's Southern Belle, beautiful and shit, And you're just like, I don't know if he's fucking her. And then he would be like, I'm just so romantic and single. It turns out I think he was banging some fucking dude too. I think that came out. I think we talked about the last time we talked about the Chrisleys. I'm pretty sure he was nailing some dude.
Okay.
But I fucking hate these people these posers, and this guy was a fucking poser. It's like, all right, if you're gay, just be gay, but he's got this blonde wife and he's like, I'm such a romantic and all this shit. Then he would like be walking around with all these clothes and money, talking about how much money he made. He's going to fucking jail because he was taking out fucking loans to fund his lifestyle, and he was forging documents to get that money, and we had no intention of paying it back. He's another one. He's like, I didn't
How
do anything
fucking long are you
wrong.
supposed? How do you think you're supposed to get? How long do you think you're going to get away with that? You're forging documents. You eventually got to pay back the loan. I don't understand that. What do they think? That just they could just keep putting it off?
And then they weren't paying the taxes. So what they ultimately got him for was like the tax evasion. 19 years they're getting. Todd's getting 12 years behind bars, and his wife's getting the other 7
Oof.
for the tax evasion. But what drove me, what I fucking hated about them was this, like, look at us and our lifestyle and our fucking reality show, and we're going to all these things, and it was all predicated on bullshit. And now that he's
Paige,
going to
Brian,
jail
I
for
hear
it,
you.
what happened?
I said, Paige, Brian, I hear you. Just ask Trump.
but they're going to jail for it, and I couldn't be happier. It makes me so happy. And I don't listen, Brian, he says karma, and I don't wish ill on people. I really don't. Even though I did say it'd be great if Kathy Griffin and Tom Brady got into a head-on collision.
You did say that.
Who's gonna fault me for that? I mean, even Buddha or God or whatever was kind of looking at that, in that fat sitting, crisscross applesauce, going, all right, I could see it. It's not, would be the worst thing in the world. But it's just this, like, I'm better than everybody else, and I'm on the TV show, and let me tell you how to be, and let me show you what it's like to be me, and isn't this fabulous? And it's all a lie, and now you got nailed for it. I mean, I couldn't be fucking happier. I could not be happier.
I don't know. Yeah, that's fine. Good for, they got him. They're going to jail. I never knew these people. I mean, I'm sure it sounds a little familiar, but if you said, the Chrisleys, I would have went, no, who the hell are they? I just heard about this today, and I'm like, okay, so these people got nailed. So
But they look. You saw the guys.
I saw a
Yeah.
little bit of the articles and stuff.
Every promo on the USA Network while I'm trying to watch my lovely Modern Family, he'd be coming on and he would just say, and I would just be like, and just all the, like, the romance stuff. He'd be like, I'm a fucking Rico, and I'm just looking at it going, I don't, what the fuck is this guy doing?
I don't understand the reality show. What was the point of the show?
I don't even know. It was, and it was like one, and then you go, what did he get famous? I think he owned like a construction company or something at some point, and has like this huge house in Texas and all this shit. But it's like, you don't even know what they're famous for. Like, at least the Kardashians, like, did some shit,
Did they?
These fucking people with their just bullshit law. I fucking don't like people like this. I don't like fake people.
Right.
And this guy was nothing but fake. And you look at his wife, and I'm sorry, but you look at his wife, and you could just tell that woman's not been laid right in years. You could just tell, like, she's dealing with a homosexual husband, and and she's fucking smiling, and they're all pretending it's going to be great. There was something about it that I would just watch these promos, and I go, this is all going to come crumbling down. And today's the day. Here we are. It actually happened. And of all the ridiculous
makes you happy.
Out of all the ridiculous shit I say, Frank, when one of them comes in, it's just great.
You say a lot of ridiculous shit, so the odds were in your favor.
Yeah, it's true. Their show came to prominence in 2014. It followed the family's crazy. That was the other thing. They're so crazy. Like, isn't he just
adventures.
Wild and crazy? It's like, no, he's a closeted homosexual in Texas. I mean, I guess that could be a little crazy.
That's kind of, yeah. That's.
But
Hey,
I don't know.
Justice prevailed.
And I'm not going to feel, because he goes, oh, I became a slave to the money after the show became successful and this and that. But it was all just like fabricated. It was all just
slave to the money. You forged documents. You didn't pay. That's what happens.
Yeah.
If it's okay to be, you get taken in by money, but you expend a little too much, but you gotta do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
No good.
The jury's unanimous verdict set the record straight. Todd and Julie Chrisley are career swindlers who have made a living by jumping from one fraud scheme to another, lying to banks, stiffing vendors, evading taxes at every corner. Well, that does sound a lot like Trump, though, doesn't it?
That's right out of the playbook.
Yeah. I bet that goes to tell you. I mean, there's got to be something about him that's just different because they nailed these fucking two. I don't know what it is different about him.
I don't get it either.
Maybe he's got some money or what. I don't know. Maybe he was, he was successful at some things. We do know that. But anyway, I don't know. They gave her a lighter sentence. He'll get 12 years. I'm just so fucking happy about the whole. I'm just gonna be these next 12 years, Frank, are just gonna be fucking great. It's just gonna be great times for everybody.
Next 12 years is just coasting, easy sailing. Because
yeah,
it's
gonna be
great.
Summer of George for the next 12 years. It's gonna be so good.
This just made your 12 years. All right, then you just got to worry about the next 12 after that.
Yeah, well, that's going to be a problem because he's going to come out of jail and try and sell his fucking story and all that.
12 years at a time. You think he'll get out early for good behavior?
I hope not. I really hope not. I think he's going to enjoy himself in there. I think he's
gonna
he's gonna have some new dick every day. He's gonna be like, you know what, this isn't so bad. This is pretty good.
Boy.
I don't think their marriage is gonna survive it.
Probably not.
He wouldn't just he's just in like red satin fucking coats and shit. I just don't know what he's fucking doing. I don't know what he's fucking doing. He's all over the place. Anyway, that guy's going to jail, so fuck him.
Yep. Bye-bye.
That's bullshit. Jay Leno got burnt to hell. If you want to see the photos in the description of this episode, he got fucked up. His it's weird.
Picture. His face doesn't look bad. His arms messed up.
His arms messed up, but under his burned a little chin off, I think. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but
trademark.
Yeah, took the chin down a little. Poor bastard.
Ugh, that's no joke. So what? He had his car just went on fire. He got into an accident. I don't even know.
Yeah.
He crashed. What happened?
He was working. No, he's working on his car, and that's it. Yeah. And you know how flammable denim is, and he's in denim head to toe, so he went up like a fucking
like a Roman candle. Now, so 3rd-degree burns. That's no joke. That's
no.
That's harsh shit.
No. I got to tell you something. I always worried about him. You know who else I always worry about? I'm not lying. Jerry Seinfeld.
With the cars?
Jerry Seinfeld.
But he doesn't work on the cars. He's not a motorhead. He drives them, he buys them, but he's not under the hood. I don't think.
He drives irresponsibly. Do you remember when he flipped his car over out here in the Hamptons?
That sounds familiar.
Remember that?
No.
And that was like late night at a dinner party. I think he was a little and taking that little old. You can't be drunk in the old cars.
Good.
Be in the new cars that they fucking keep you in the lane. That's what you want to take out to the party if you're gonna have one or two, not the fucking 1924 Etzel.
The thing that that's not good.
Yeah, and I've seen him drive. I told you this story when he cut me off on the.
No.
Yeah, I told you this story. You just forget. I tell a lot of stories.
I don't listen to you.
I'm with my wife. We're on the LIE. Or we were on Nichols Road or I forget what we were getting onto the LIE, and he fucking cut me off. So I get cut off. Beautiful car. I get cut off, and I go, I think that's Jerry Seinfeld. And Dee goes, no. And I go, this is one of the few times she screamed at me because I go, I'm gonna say something to him, and she goes, don't. And I'm like, no, what's the big deal? I'm just, shout out something like. Comedians in cars. What is this? Comedians in cars getting into accidents? I think it's.
No pick.
No pick. But I was running through the shitty dad joke lines that I was going to scream at him from the fucking car. She got so mad at me. She was like, don't say anything. Because I think she thought I was going to get into a fight with Jerry Seinfeld, which.
That would have been great.
I would have never done. I just wanted to say something cute. I would have, first of all, for all the laughs, he could have fucking sideswiped us, and I still wouldn't have been upset.
No, you don't get into a fight with Jerry Seinfeld.
No,
but it would have been a story.
But I pulled up, so I pull up alongside. I'm at least gonna see if he makes eye contact. He did not. I pulled up alongside of him, and he was like this, just fucking. You know who was in his passenger seat?
Who?
George Wallace.
Really?
Yeah, I see George Wallace, and then I go, "Fuck! Wait, are they really filming? I wonder if they're actually filming it." Now I'm like looking around.
No cameras though.
To see if there's another van or camera. No, nothing. I don't know what they were doing. They were just
driving around.
Yeah, but they were driving in a weird. I think we were coming off of Nichols Road, which, if you live on Long Island, you like that's okay. You're gonna see celebrities on the LIE because that's New York to Hampton, so that's the road. But Nichols Road is kind of a random offshoot
yeah.
You know,
maybe they had to get gas. I don't
know. Anyway, he's a shitty driver, and you even see it on the show too when he does like 90 miles an hour. With that episode with Chris Rock when he was in the Ferrari doing like 120. Like I worry about that guy, you know,
because living in the fast lane.
Yeah.
No, but you don't want to get into a fight with Jerry Seinfeld.
No, I was gonna say something cutesy, like you know, it's not like every day you get cut off by Jerry Seinfeld.
That's true. Unless you keep running into him, I'm sure he'll just keep cutting you off.
I have a few Jerry Seinfeld stories. There was that time that we were in the hallway together, him and I. We were at some show. I don't know if it was Colin Quinn's show or some other benefit. I can't remember. But I'm in this hallway. I'm 6 feet away from this crowd of people. I was talking to 2 or 3 people. Like weirdly at the same time, both crowds dissipate, and it's just him and I in the hallway. And I look at him, and he looks at me, and he looks straight down, and he never moves his head ever again. And
I don't want to talk to this weirdo.
Yeah. And I'm just standing there looking at him, and I go, I'm not gonna bother. Like, what about like he and I kept looking at him because I was like, I wonder how long he's gonna stay like that. But not like staring.
Master of the house. Just something. Just see if he picks up on anything.
Yeah, like I was like looking around and shit, and I don't know. It was weird.
That is weird.
It was. I just remember thinking, what?
What do? You want to say something, you can't.
Well, I remember thinking to myself, this guy really doesn't want to talk to me. Like, he was just, he was waiting for somebody to come out of the bathroom, I think. And so he couldn't, there was nowhere for him to go. Yeah. And just looking down.
I tell you, I meet all these, I get starstruck though. But I would bet, I was that close to meeting one of my heroes, Mark Hamill. I was an intern at this production company, and I'm in the office, and I'm walking from my desk to the front door to go out to lunch. And he and like 3 of my bosses are standing right there, not blocking the front door, but a little off from the front door. And I didn't notice him until I was standing right next to him. I was like, because I was like, fucking Luke Skywalker standing right here.
That's massive.
I was like, holy shit. So, of course, I wanted to say something, but obviously I couldn't. He's talking to my bosses. I'm an intern. They would have been like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is young. You were young when you
I was young. I was, 20 years old? I could have, I couldn't say anything. That was my job. And I really wanted to do that. That was like fucking Jedi Knight standing right here.
Yeah. And they always warn you of that, right? Like I got into a fight once. It's not a fight, but I got into a little bit of a tiff at CBS with my bosses because Bon Jovi came up to do something. And I don't think he was even doing something with us at CBS meeting. Like, I think he just needed our studio to link up with somebody and do something, whatever it was. So they were like, Bon Jovi's coming up. And they're like, we have to clear the hallway. And I'm like, all right. And one of my interns that was like so in love with him, she's like, oh my God. She was like, and they told everybody, they were like, do not say a word to him. Like, don't look at him, like clear the hallway. Like, do not say a word. He's got to get in for this thing. Then he's got to get out because he's going to do Letterman or whatever the fuck he was doing, And so we were like, all right, whatever. So she goes, can I just stand here and just watch him walk by? Because I'm such a huge fan. I go, of course. I go, stand here. Who gives a fuck? So she did. He went, by the way, he walks in. He's like, hey, everybody. And like everybody's keeping a distance.
Like, no. He can't look at you.
We were so weird. But he shook a couple of hands on the way in, or whatever, and
Yeah, that's what I would be. If they had to clear, I'd be like, no, don't clear the halls. I want to see everybody. What the fuck?
yeah. But wait, so he goes and he does the thing, and he comes out, and so I think he thought it was weird, and I don't know if he said something, but whatever the reason was, we were standing right where you have to walk by us, not near our desk. We went up and whatever it was. So he said goodbye, but they like rushed him out. And so he's just standing in the lobby. Your lobby is like this, where it's just like just glass doors and you could see
Yeah.
into the where the elevator banks are. And he's just fucking standing there. And so the girl is like next to me and she's like, "Oh my God." She's like, I wish I could say something. So I go ahead. Like, I'm like, the hoopla is over. Everybody's gone. Nobody's with him. Like,
Yeah.
go out there. I go out there, say hi really quick, shake his hand, or just say hi. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm such a big fan. Come right back in. My boss goes, "Don't do that. We're not allowed to do that." I go, but it's like he's going somewhere. He's in a rush. They didn't want a hysteria. I get it. Nobody's around. Go ahead. She got so mad at me.
Ugh. Plus, he's
He
a
wouldn't have
person. You're
cared.
allowed to say hi to a person. I'm sorry, but if he's talking to someone or if he's busy, I get it. If he's just standing there, I feel like saying hi is not the end of the world.
Yeah.
I can't. Could you imagine the complaint? Like if Bon Jovi was like, "Oh, someone came out and said hi to me," it's like, get over you. Just so what?
And I go, what if she was leaving? I go, she wasn't even supposed to be there that day. She just came in to see this fucking guy. And she would have taken the elevator down. That would have been the greatest,
Yeah.
thrill of her life to just stand in the elevator. Like,
She didn't get to do it.
no, she didn't get to do it. And it always pissed me off because I was like, it wouldn't have been a big deal. It wouldn't have hurt anybody.
Yeah.
The reason why was because he was running to Letterman right after. She wouldn't have, if he had to meet everybody, he would have been late.
Sure.
Saying hi to her on the way out wouldn't have done anything.
2 seconds, and it wouldn't have even slowed him down because he was just standing there.
What would have been the big deal?
Ugh.
There's a report now that Trump can't go on Twitter. I did want to bring this up.
He can't go on Twitter?
So supposedly, because of his financial involvement in Truth Social.
That makes sense. It's his fucking thing. Why would he go on Twitter?
Yeah. So they're saying that he's locked into an agreement with Digital World Acquisition Corp, a special purpose acquisition company, a SPAC. That's what people do to raise funds when they don't want to go public. If he were to go on Twitter, they believe it would obviously devalue Truth Social. We've talked about that. But now they're saying because it's a SPAC, he has to put everything through Truth Social first. So even if he were to go back on Twitter, he would have to put out whatever he's going to say on Truth Social.
And then go to Twitter and put it out there.
According to an SEC filing, Trump is, quote, generally obligated to make any social media post on Truth Social and may not make the same post on another social media site for 6 hours.
So how long? I wonder how long that agreement is. As long as Truth Social's around?
I guess so.
Or like, yeah, I mean, that's it. He's locked into Truth Social, and that's his thing.
Columbia Law School professor Eric Talley said, if it's going to look later on that he never had that intention of remaining off Twitter, but he just wanted to convince people that they should go ahead and close the SPAC deal, that's kind of a textbook securities fraud lawsuit. So it could be really trouble for him down the road, I guess, if he goes back on and starts tweeting.
Well, I mean, he'll wiggle his way out of that somehow.
Who knows? But it looks like that's why he's not. Because over the weekend, Elon, we talked about this on Friday. He ran the thing on Saturday. I think he brought him back. He said he can do it. He put it back on, and he hasn't gone on. And I guess this is the reason why.
Yeah, I mean, plus, I mean, it's his site.
Yeah.
Why would he go on a different site and just, split his audience?
But it makes you wonder, did Elon know that? Because it kind of feels like this was all just a big publicity stunt. now?
Maybe, but I don't know if Elon. Maybe he does.
Because he just was drawing a lot of people. Like he's just the amount of people that vote. I think he said 153 million or something voted on that poll or saw the
I
poll.
don't think saw it, but didn't vote. It looked like 15 million or something voted.
That's what it was, 15 million. Yeah, which I can't understand. How many people are looking at that going, "Nah, I'm not going to click on it." Like,
Yeah.
just
Plus,
click on it.
how many were bots? How many are Russian bullshit? Who the hell knows?
Yeah. Well, it's funny to see some of the people like, ever since Elon took over, I've lost followers. They're just leaving because of Elon. It's like, no, those are bots you're losing. That's
Well, maybe.
that's what's going on.
Maybe. Hey, ever since Elon took over, I was followed by Nancy Sinatra. Is that something?
Is that for real?
Yeah, she just.
That's a
followed me out of
big
nowhere.
get.
That's something.
Nancy
Out of nowhere. I have
Sinatra.
yeah, Nancy Sinatra just followed me. No idea why.
Fuck yeah.
I'll take it.
That's great, buddy. You got to get Nancy Sinatra on the podcast.
Okay, I'll reach out. I'll reach out to her people.
It's Nancy with the laughing face right there.
Okay.
Let's talk about the fisherman who fucking caught. You ready for this?
Can we see this thing?
Yeah, but there's a photo in the description.
Oh, I gotta look at the description now.
Yeah. You don't get special treatment, okay?
Damn
You're
it.
just like everybody else.
Oh, my brother says you suck. He
For
wanted to
what?
call me, and I was on the podcast, so he says you suck.
Oh.
That's his message to you.
Tell him to call into the podcast. We'll talk about whatever he's going to talk about.
Okay. Where the hell is it?
Your brother would be great for this. He's a fish guy. This is a 67 and a
Holy
half
shit.
pound fucking goldfish.
What the hell?
It looks fake, doesn't it?
It does look fake. The eyes. Is that he caught it? Or he's releasing it? What is he doing with this thing?
You caught it.
He caught it.
He catches a ton of them. If you look on like the rest of his page, he's got like a ton of these photos. But what's so cool about this one is it is bright fucking orange, like
Yeah, it is.
like a goldfish, like a legit goldfish.
That is huge. Now, I'm not advocating this, but can you eat a goldfish?
It's a great question. What would it taste like?
Like, like a fillet, like you just like tuna? I don't know. Is that like an edible fish?
I don't know. I mean, Pepperidge Farm seems to think so.
Nice. Dad joke. Yes. I'll tell him to come on the podcast.
What does it taste like? Sharon loves ice cream said like cheddar.
See? There you go. All right. But that is a huge... Guys, look at the picture because it's insane.
Yeah. I'm sure it's awful, says Bert. I think so. Like, I can imagine like goldfish tasting good.
I can't imagine it tasting good either. It doesn't seem like it would be.
Mm-mm.
I feel like it would taste like... I don't even know. Just awful fish taste.
Yeah. Biden pardoned the turkey.
He did.
That happened today. I love that stuff, dude. Like, isn't it? Why do I love the stupid things?
It's a wonderful tradition.
Yeah,
Why not?
I think it's good. I don't know what the name of the turkey is. I'm trying to find it here.
Probably something adorable.
I don't know. Everybody's talking about how he made a joke about there's no ballot stuffing, there's no foul play with the fucking
And the
turkey.
only red wave is if his dog knocks over the cranberry sauce.
Oh, they say that too.
He did.
Right, who's writing this material for him?
I was.
I just love how they like hold, like there's always people that are like desperately holding onto the turkey as the president does the pardon.
I like how he had his trademark sunglasses out.
Did he? Yeah. Does he have his own like sunglass line?
He should.
That's
That's
kind of
his
like
look.
his thing.
That is. He looks like he just landed a fighter jet.
Speaking of which, I love this. CBS News confirms that the Hunter Biden laptop is real. The story came from the Post, which they broke the story. So this story is, the headline is, CBS confirms Hunter Biden laptop is real 769 days after Post broke the story. Why would it take CBS 2 years to come around on this
What's
fucking
their
story?
source? It's that whole thing is a mess. I mean, every time something happens to Trump, it's Hunter Biden. But what about Hunter Biden's laptop?
No, that's
Yeah,
true.
right.
But it does aggravate me when I see people on Twitter that are like, "Oh please, Hunter Biden doesn't work for the government. It has nothing to do with anything." And it's like, no, you can't have a crack addict out there with access to the White House. It is just as bad, because who knows what they could be doing in exchange for whatever the fuck. You just can't have somebody
That's
shitty
true. That's
in.
why half of Trump's people got locked up.
Hmm.
For
Did
sure.
you know that Sinbad had a stroke 2 years ago and he's still learning to walk?
No.
The comedian, yeah,
Oh, I love Sinbad.
yeah. Isn't that weird?
That is weird. Oh, poor Sinbad.
Isn't that weird how you could love somebody, but it's like been like 10 years since you've heard from him, and you're like,
It's
oh,
been it's been a while.
yeah.
With Gallagher, when he died, I was like, holy shit, that sucked. I remember seeing him live doing he did like a 2-hour set, the watermelon thing. He was great.
It was great, right?
Sinbad had some great stand up. He does some great bits on TV shows. One of the funny movie was him and Phil Hartman in House Guest.
I was just gonna say a movie that I watch all the time and I hate myself for it is that fucking House Guest movie.
It's fucking fun. It's a good movie. He makes that whole movie. It's great.
Yeah. That always makes me want to go get a Big Mac. That movie,
Yeah, it does.
right?
Oh,
Good old fashioned Big Mac.
cheeseburger.
Last bit of the evening, Bob Chapek, the CEO of Disney, got ousted yesterday, and the former CEO, Bob Iger, is coming back to fill in his old
He's
role.
back. So what's gonna change?
Big thing, yeah. You know what's funny though? I've never seen so many people hate like it was Trump-esque the way people were like, you know what, this guy's a dick.
Is
Just
I know nothing about it. Like what? Why is he a dick? Bob
he
Iger's a dick or the other guy?
no. The Bob Chapek is a dick.
Oh, all right.
He made it mandatory to have like a reservation to go to the park.
Yeah.
Which like wasn't in the past. You just buy a ticket. Now you had to buy a ticket, and then you had to make a reservation for what park you wanted to go to that day.
Oh,
So it was like hard for people to like plan stuff out.
right.
You used to be able to get like a fast pass, so you can like skip the line and you could pick like one or two a day or whatever it was. He made it so that you had to pay $15 for those. So people kind of like hated it. Then there was always like you'd fly into Orlando Airport, you get the free bus to go to Disney World. You stay in the hotel and all that shit. He got rid of that.
What the
So,
hell?
so he got rid of all this stuff, and people like all like the big
Everything
Disney-
everybody loved, he got rid of.
Yeah, he got rid of, and like everybody fucking hated him.
And
Hated him.
He probably fired Mickey.
He fucked Mickey up a lot. Yeah, he was fucking with
Fucked
Mickey.
up Mickey.
Mickey had to do more time. He had to do 30 minutes instead of 20 in the parade.
It's messed up, man.
What else did Chapek do that was dickish? Oh, they said
Overworked Mickey.
what was the survey, D? They said it was like it would cost the same family like $600 more to go. Yeah. All of this meal plans, all the stuff that he did, they said the year prior to when he took over, he increased the cost of going to Disney by $600.
Oh my god.
Like the average cost of like a family going there, it would be $600 more. Oh, we took the magic hours away. Yeah,
He literally took the magic out of Disney World.
took the magic. Yeah,
What a piece of shit.
yeah. You used to be able to go to like if you booked any Disney hotel, you got the magic hours. You can go early or go later. This fucking guy goes, if you're staying in the poorer hotels, you can't go. You got to stay in the
Oh.
super expensive ones to get the magic hours.
What a dick.
Every move he did was very dickish. So
Just
he's
after
fucking
that
out.
money.
Yeah, he's done.
Oh, what a jerk. Good. Goodbye.
Yeah, Robin, he Elon Musked it.
He did.
Yeah, basically.
Just nickel and diming everybody to death.
It's hard to follow a Bob. That Bob Iger is a smart dude. Like he took Disney from a big company to a fucking ridiculous guy. Like he's the only. They say he's the reason why Lucas sold, because he felt like it was in
Be in
good.
good hands. Yeah.
Yeah, that he could trust Iger. He would know what to do with it, and it would be okay. And that was the only reason why he really sold.
Hey, now that Iger's back, maybe they'll get this friggin' franchise back in track.
You think it's fallen off the
I don't know, but everybody, this whole Andor thing really lost it for me. It's just not Star Wars to me.
the TV show?
The TV show. Before that, Obi-Wan was great. Loved it. Boba Fett, not as great. Mandalorian, really good. But this Andor thing, everybody's falling over themselves for, oh, it's so good, it's so good. I'm watching it. You fall asleep. The first 4 episodes, you fall asleep watching. There's one episode in the middle that's pretty good. Then you fall asleep again. The last 2 episodes that were on were pretty good. But so 3 out of 11 episodes were good. It's like
That's rough.
The rest of it's just and you go on these reviews and online everything. Everybody's it's story building, it's character building. I'm like, we don't need 4 episodes of story building. We know these people. We know most of them. Half of them I don't give a shit about. I still don't. I've watched the story building. I've sat through it. I still hate them. I'm not rooting for anybody. They're jerks. Half of them are jerks that I don't care about, and I'm not sympathizing with any of them. They're like, oh, we're fighting the rebellion. I'm like, okay, but the people who are the leading people who are fighting are all criminals who suck, and I'm like, I'm not rooting for anybody here. You know, even Andor himself, like, I'm all right. He's just not, hasn't done anything good. He's like, you root for a good guy because he's doing good things. Andor is just along for the ride and getting swept up and everything. And he's not really, I don't know. He's doing it to save himself, basically, it seems like. I don't know. It just seems very out of the, it's not very Star Wars. There's so many other complaints I have, but
Well, I mean, listen,
not very Star Wars to me.
they've hit a lot of home runs, though. I mean, eventually they were
Yeah.
going to have a dud.
For me, it's a dud, but I don't understand. Everybody is loving it. It's all the reviews. I'm like, I don't know what you're watching, what show you're watching, but this is not Star Wars.
They
There's
had
so
that.
many other complaints. I can go on for an hour.
They had that hotel down there too, the Disney World like immersive experience, like hotel.
Like a Star Wars hotel.
Yeah, you didn't hear about this? I could have sworn, like I had thought you would have went. That's how.
Oh yeah, no, I know they have a whole Star Wars land.
Went,
whatever it
yeah.
is.
But now they
I
got the
would love to see
hotel.
that.
What was the hotel
Yeah.
like? $2,500 to stay in.
Oh,
Like
that's
you have
insane.
to
I would
stay
never do
there for
that.
3 days to get like the story.
Oh, to like be a part of the whole thing.
Yeah, like so it's like a thing. Like you have to be there for 3 days. You have to book 3 days, and 3 days was
Yeah.
like $2,500.
I'm not doing that. I would never spend that kind of money on that.
I don't know if anybody is.
No.
I've not heard of people like, oh, I went and it was great.
That's insane. I mean, because if I'm spending that kind of money, I would want. I mean, you want to experience the park. You're not there to stay in the hotel the whole time.
Well, they say it's like it's a story, so there's like characters walking around and they interact with you, and you
So your
get
whole
like
3 days is spent in the hotel doing all this interactive stuff.
no, you can go into the park, but a lot of the time like there's supposedly things like in there to stay to keep you in there. So it's
That
like a
sounds
kind of
interesting.
thing where it's like you do your 3 or 4 days at the park, and then you go
And
into
you do your immersive thing at this.
yeah. They say it's like a cruise, but you're just not on a cruise. Like it's
Yeah.
like, stay there and experience the whole
That's a
thing.
lot of money for 3 days.
It's a lot. That is a lot.
That's insane.
Quick movie reviews as we go. I watched Don't Worry, Darling.
What'd you think?
My wife just said creepy. I agree.
Was it
You
creepy?
were like, it's weird, it's odd, I can't explain it. Agree. But I liked it. I thought it was cute.
Yeah.
I thought the
Entertaining.
premise, yeah, it was like, okay.
But predictable. Like, all right, it's and they borrowed a lot from other movies.
A
You're
lot.
watching it going, this is just like this. This is just like that.
What was the one M. Night Shyamalan? The Village? The Villagers?
Village,
I kept thinking of that movie the whole time. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this is kind
Truman
of
Show.
to a degree, yeah, the Truman Show. But I'll tell you what what was her name? Pugh?
Isn't she great?
I call her
She made the
Hayden.
whole
I,
movie.
I go, that's Hayden Panettiere, right? My wife
That's
goes,
what I
no.
said.
Yeah.
I asked my wife the same thing. I was like, is that a Hayden Panettiere?
Yeah.
And she goes, no, that's Florence Pugh. Okay.
I go, who the fuck is Florence Pugh? I'm like, that's Hayden Panettiere or whatever the fuck her name. And
She was really good. She made the whole movie.
Florence Pugh feels like the Mandela effect Hayden Panettiere.
Yeah.
You know?
What happened to Hayden Panettiere? I think she morphed into, she changed her identity.
Yeah.
Became Florence Pugh.
Fucking Florence Pugh now, I guess. You
she
know what
was
else I
really good.
saw, which I enjoyed? What was it called? Spirited? The one with Will Ferrell and
Oh, Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds.
Is that out already? I didn't know that was out.
Can I tell you, that was such an enjoyable movie.
Really?
It was so good. Like, I just enjoyed the ever-loving shit out of it.
good. Is it like a family? It's like PG-13, right?
I wouldn't say PG-13. Actually, it was kind of.
You think it was R?
No. But there's some of the jokes I wouldn't tell my kids to watch it.
Okay.
7 and 5-year-old, they wouldn't get it all. But it
Oh,
was a
13.
musical, which I'm not a big musical guy. But like as my
Why not?
wife said, like Will Ferrell comes on screen and starts singing, and it's just fucking funny. You can't help but laugh. Like to
Will
watch.
Ferrell, he's got some clunkers, but he's got some great ones, and so this is up there.
I'm gonna tell you, I think this is fantastic, and it is not easy to. I don't know if I want to. I mean, I think people know what it is,
No
right?
spoilers.
I don't want to do
Well,
spoilers.
it's like an Ebenezer Scrooge kind of
Okay.
thing.
It's a reimagining of the
That's what the
Dickens.
trailer is. That's
Yeah.
what the trailer is.
Okay, that people know that. All right.
Yeah.
I didn't really know that 100% going into it. You know what happened? We went to go watch the Santa Claus, the new Santa Claus with Tim Allen. I go to put it on, and I go, it says season 1, and I go, what? I look, there's 2 episodes. I go, this is a mini series.
Is
I
it
don't know-
really?
I don't know why I got so aggravated. I was like, fuck this. Yeah,
That's
I was
weird.
pissed.
I thought it was a movie. I thought it was a 4th movie.
I thought it was a movie too. Now it's a fucking mini series. I don't.
That's weird.
Maybe once it's all out. I'm not gonna watch 2 episodes and sit here like an animal waiting for them to fucking
Like
drop.
an animal. Like a garbage piece of shit.
It's not happening. I can't be bothered. Yeah, yeah. So I was like, fuck it. I was like, you want to watch this other one? And my wife was like, yeah, let's just do it. And we put it on. So I went into it not knowing anything. And I got to tell you, it's not easy to retell a story that has been told a trillion times.
Yeah.
And they did it, and it was pretty refreshing. And there are some downright hysterical parts in that movie.
I am in. I'll watch that.
Yeah, it was really
Cool.
good. You got anything else there, Frankie? See? Only
I'm
40
good on my
minutes.
end.
You good?
Yes, sir.
You gonna go put up your mom's tree?
You know it. I'm gonna put up your mom's tree.
Your mom get a real tree or a fake tree?
Fake tree.
You get a real tree or a fake tree?
Fake tree.
Your brother gets a real tree or a fake tree?
Nope. Fake tree.
What is wrong with you people?
The real trees, we don't. It's such a.
Don't
pain
you
in
want to
the ass.
experience the joy of Christmas?
No.
Okay.
Apparently not. No, we put up the fake tree, light a candle that smells like a forest, and we're good. What do you want from me?
Holy shit. All right, no show Wednesday, but members only coming Friday.
Yep, Friday. Look for that members only show. We will be there. The
Yeah,
three of
so
us.
if you haven't become a member yet, make sure you join. Link in the description below. You get exclusive content. You get I don't know, we'll do something for Cyber Monday for the members on merch and
Ooh,
stuff. So if you haven't
nice.
bought anything yet for your loved one, don't buy it yet. You can save some money on Monday.
Beautiful.
Members only though.
Start. Right.
Yeah, we're not gonna just tell everybody what the deal is.
Got to be a member, folks.
You
Link
got to
down
be a
below.
member. Jumpstart, link in the description. The goldfish story, link in the description. Jay Leno photos, link in the description. Like, subscribe. Become a member.
Do it all, baby.
Do it all.
Hit that like button.
That is it. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'm thankful
Yes.
for you.
Oh, totally. Thankful for you guys. You guys rock in the chat. Members, all you guys listening and watching. Appreciate it.
Hope you guys have a great one and lots of pumpkin pie and such. And we'll see the members only on Friday.
Word.
Show me potato salad. Maybe we should go now.